Hello and welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth Stamping Corner, and today I have a really cute little box. This features the, what is it called? Turtle Friends bundle. The Turtle Friends bundle, when it first came out, the first thing I thought was, this is going to be a great bundle for Valentine's Day. So this is one that I've definitely been holding on to for Valentine's Day. There's a little Velcro closure, and then inside are some little individually wrapped little chocolate turtles. Isn't that cute? Such a fun, sweet little gift for really anybody in your life. And I'm going to show you how to make this box. This is a good size box, so you can really fill this with, you know, a variety of different things. Great things can fit in there. All right, before we get to the box, though, let's get to a few little business things. The Safari Celebration is going to be February's Paper Pumpkin. Now, January's Paper Pumpkin has started all the billing and shipping processes, so hopefully by the end of the week they'll be done with all the billing and they'll all be on their way. So if you are still waiting for your January Paper Pumpkin, just be patient. They are coming. The February Paper Pumpkin is going to be the Safari Celebration. This is going to include 9 cards, an exclusive stamp set, an ink spot. It's going to be so fun. I think these little sneak peeks that they're giving us, I think they're just super cute, super fun. Now, if you want February's Paper Pumpkin, you need to subscribe by February 10th. That is the last day to subscribe to get February's Paper Pumpkin. All right, now if you are a fan of Paper Pumpkin and you want to join in on the fun and still earn some celebration items, you can join, or you can subscribe with 3, 6, or 12-month prepaid subscriptions. You can purchase these prepaid subscriptions in my online store, and with each of these options, you will get some celebration items of your choice that you can choose for free. So check that out. If you want to pay for all your sell all your Paper Pumpkins in advance, you can earn some extra benefits with that prepaid subscription. All right, celebration, it is in full swing. It is our favorite time of the year. You can earn these products for free when you join, or when you purchase in my online store. Now, if you do want to join, there is a great opportunity. You join for $99. You get to choose 125 in product, and during celebration only, you get to add an additional 2 stamp sets for free in your starter kit. Now, they can be any stamp sets from either the mini catalog or the annual catalog. So any 2 free stamp sets you want, you can put in your starter kit when you join my team. All right, I do have a class to go. This is my Awesome Otter Stamp-A-Stack. So you'll make 2 each of these 3 cards. You're going to have 6 cards total. The Stamp-A-Stack will also come with a stack of DSP. This is the Sunshine and Rainbows DSP. This is featured in our celebration catalog. You're going to get 1 sheet of every pattern. You're going to cut up some of it to use on your cards. You're also going to get 3 yards of white seam binding. You're also going to get half a package of Genial Gems to use on your cards. So they are super cute. Now, if you don't have the Awesome Otters, or you don't want to use the Awesome Otters, I have created the cards as well using the Nuts and Bolts stamp set, which is another really cute, fun option. Or you can even use the Hedgehogs, the Happy Hedgehog stamp set. So a few different options if you don't want to use the Otters. The class will actually be held in a Facebook Live on Saturday, I think February 19th, I think is that date. All the details are in the link to my blog and the video description. So if you want to be part of that Awesome Otter class, you can head to that link, get all the details on how to register. The best part is that class is only $25, I think. Fantastic deal for that class. All right, here's the host code for January. If you do need to make a purchase, head to my online store, use this host code for orders under $150. All orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order's over $50 more, you're going to receive the Make and Take kit to go with that PDF, and you're going to receive celebration products. All right, guys, so let's make our cute little box. So this is our little box. It's so cute. And there's a little Velcro closure. It holds 3 of these little chocolate turtles. It is a really easy box to make, and it's a really good size. So you can make these for probably almost any treat you have. All right, so we're going to start with nearly a full sheet of cardstock. This is 10.5 by 8.5. So a full sheet of cardstock, I just cut off ½ an inch from the long side. And that is how much cardstock you're going to need. It's a big box. All right, now on the 10.5 inch side, we are going to score at 2.5, at 4.5, 7, and 9. Now don't worry about writing down any of these measurements. All of the measurements are in the video description, and they'll be on my blog a little bit later today. Now on the 8.5 inch side, on the short side, we're going to score it 1/2 inch at 3, at 5.5, and at 8. Okay, that is it with your Simply Scored. You can put that away, grab your bone folder, and we're going to do some burnishing on all of those score lines. Make sure they all get nice and burnished. This is really important to do. Don't skip this step, because the sharper your creases are, the more polished your box will look. So this is a very important step, and bone folders are really your best bet to get that crisp burnish. All right, now this is the 8.5 inch side. You have 1/2 inch score lines on each side. That is going to be, these are going to be our little tabs that fold in. So there is a shorter side on top, and there's a longer side on bottom. So let's go ahead and turn it this way with the shorter side on our right. And we're going to do some trimming. First, we're going to count 1, 2 score lines over from that short side. And we are going to cut up to that second score line. And we're going to cut out these 2 squares right here. Okay, so just cut against that score line. Now these are pretty big scraps, so you can actually save them, do some little die cutting with them. I actually saved my little scraps, and I die cut that little heart from the Give It a Whirl dies. So these are big scraps. There's lots of room here, so you can save these. All right, we are going to, back in this position, we're going to actually cut out this rectangle and this rectangle. We're going to leave both of these intact. So I'm going to actually cut all the way up these, but I'm going to take out these rectangles. So I hope that makes sense. So I'm just cut up that score line. And this one, we are going to remove that score line. And we're actually going to do a little bit more trimming on that as well. But for now, we're just going to take out that score line. All right. Just like that. So this is what we have so far. Now this is all going to go together like this, but you can see that this center panel is a little bit more narrow, so we are going to be trimming this just a little bit, but we'll do that in a minute. We're going to get our paper cutter out. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing to the opposite side. So with that shorter score line over here, we're going to take out this block, these 2 blocks right here. Remember, save these for punching or die cutting. And then we're going to cut up these. Let me see, what am I doing here? Yeah, cut these. And since we are trimming these, you don't have to trim off this little corner here. I like to do that just because it tells me, it gives me a direction of which piece is which. But you can leave those on, because we are going to be doing some extra trimming on those, so it doesn't matter too much if you cut them off. But I like to cut them off. All right, so that is, so we have these tabs all up here. So we're going to do just a little bit more trimming, but I'm going to get out my paper cutter just to make sure that we have nice straight cut lines. So I'm going to put this in my paper cutter. I'm going to fold this piece back. This is a piece we don't want to cut. The pieces we're cutting are going to be these 2 bigger sections. Pull this down. And I'm going to line it up to the 1 1/4 inch score line here. So just line up cardstock to the 1 1/4 inch line, and we're just going to trim that off. And we're going to do that to this other side. So line it all up to the 1 1/4 inch line, fold those back, and cut. All right, one more bit of trimming that we are going to do on those little panels that we just cut. We are now just going to miter those, or trim off those corners there. That's just going to kind of debulk it, and if our cutting or our score lines are a little bit off, that's going to disguise everything. That's just going to give us a nice clean box. Okay, so cut those. Those, you can see there's no like straight to this. We're just really hacking it all. All right, all of our trash out of the way. All right, so this is what you are left with. All right, now we're going to do some rounding of our corners. Oh, my Simply Scored nearly fell to the floor. So this flap up here, so we have our shorter end flap right here that we trimmed off both sides. This is going to be our lid, so we're going to round those two corners. So with your Detailed Trio punch or whatever corner rounder punch of your choice, stick that in there. And then on these, with the little 1/2 inch flap here, we are going to round all of these corners. So I'm just going to stick that in and do both of those. Actually, let me trim this. This is not straight. I need to kind of debulk that a little bit. Okay. Do that corner. And then we'll flip it, fold over this side, and get that corner, and one more corner. Just like that. Okay. Now we are good. So this is all of our trimming. Everything is all done. So I'm actually going to flip it over, and we're going to do some glue on the sides here. So on these panels that we notched into, that we trimmed, all of those, I'm going to put some tear and tape. I'm going to do 2 pieces on each strip here, just because I want to make sure this is nice and sturdy. Now you can use any strong adhesive you want. You can use Stampin' Seal Plus. You can use liquid glue. Tear and tape, I think, is just easier for me right now. All right, that's it. With the glue, we're going to make sure that's all burnished down, and I'm going to peel off all of those backing pieces. All right. Well, so this weekend in my VIP group, if you are not a member of my VIP group, there's a link to join in the video description. You can join my VIP group this week at 10 a.m. on Sunday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. I am going to be doing another celebration project. I think we're going to be doing the driving by set. I think that's the next one, and that one is so cute. All right, now what we're going to do to get symbol in, this score line, you're going to line up with this cut edge. You're just going to go around just like that. And you're going to do the same thing, score line, line it up with that cut edge, just like that. That's one side. And the same on this side. Just line up those score lines against the cut edge. And that's it. That is your box. Isn't that cute? Such a cute box, and it's such a good size. Really cute. So just gonna make sure those are nice and burnished into the adhesive there. All right, we have some DSP we're gonna stick on. So let me get it all out. I found these new little boxes. Look at how cute this is. I got this at Hobby Lobby, but I am always losing all my little pieces when I do, when I prep everything. So now I have all of these little boxes, and they're all lined up on my desk, and I can just grab the one I need. So it's been super helpful. I love it. All right, so we have a few different DSP pieces, and I'll show you the package in just a second, but I want to go over measurements. We have one that is 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. This is going to go on our front. And then I have 3 pieces that are 2 3/8 by 1 7/8. And these are all going to go, these are going to go on our side, on our top, and then our other side. And then I have one piece that is 2 3/8 by 1 3/8, and that will go on the front here. And this DSP is all from the Abstract Beauty DSP. This is in the mini catalog. It is a gorgeous DSP. It comes in this 4x6 pattern, or 4x6 size. They all have gold accents on them. Now this isn't all the patterns. I've already used up 2 or 3 of the patterns here. We're missing a couple here. And then the backs are also just gorgeous, gorgeous. This is one of my favorite DSPs, and I have used it a ton. I have more coming because I've used it so much. All right, so we're going to adhere these all down. Let me grab my Stampin' Seal. We're just going to use some Stampin' Seal on these. Now, before we adhere this one down, though, we do need to round the corners. We need to make it look like our lid. So we're just going to stick this in. Just make sure you round the 2 bottom corners. Just like that. Look, now this is all stuck to me. So get that trash out of the way. All right, and adhesive on the back of all of these. Look at this cute plaid print. Oh, I love that one too. These DSP patterns, they are just, Stampin' Up's killing it with their DSP this year. Everything. All right, we'll start with our little lid. Love this gold stripe. This just goes right onto our lid. Match up those rounded corners there. The big piece goes on the front. Now if you wanted to do a piece on the back as well, you can just cut another piece the same size, 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. I don't think the back is necessary, but you can if you want. And then the sides, 2 for the sides and then 1 for the top. Look at this pattern. This is one of my favorite patterns. Isn't this gorgeous? Love that pattern. And then 1 for the top right here. All right. So that is basically our box. Now you could put all the DSP on before you assemble it as well. I never think to do that. I'm so used to, I like to make sure that my box goes together correctly before I start putting all my DSP on, because I don't want to waste the DSP. All right. Isn't that cute? Now we need to make sure that our box will stay closed. Now you could tuck this in. This will tuck in just like that. If you want a little tuck-in box, you can tuck it in. But otherwise, we're going to use some Velcro to keep it closed. You can use a magnet too if you want. I have these little adhesive Velcros. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, if I can get this plastic off. Hello, come on. Okay. I'm going to put one side in the center of my lid up here. I'm going to make sure that's pressed down really well. Peel off the backing for the other side. And then we're just going to close it. Just make sure it's all lined up before you close it, because once it's down, it's going to be down. So close it, give it a little press. Now this is going to be the hardest part, is to separate them before they're like completely adhered. So just gently pull it up. Give each side a good little press. Okay, and then you have a little Velcro closure. Okay, isn't that cute? It'll keep it closed. Super cute. Now this alone, you could call it done. It's done. But we're gonna fancy it up just a little bit more. Let's stick our candies inside though. So I have 3 of these, and I'll show you the bag that they came in. I found these in the Valentine section at my local Walmart. I'm sure they are everywhere though. This is the bag I found. So you can get quite a few out of here. I still have quite a few left in here, so really good buy there. So you can get quite a few treats out of this. I'm gonna close up our box. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, so let's work on our little turtle here. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. When you're using photopolymer stamp sets, sometimes you need this just to get a clearer image. And let me show you the stamp set that we're using. We are using the Turtle Friends stamp set. Well, we're using the bundle. We're using the punch too. But I'm also pulling in another bundle from the mini catalog. It's the same bundle that goes with the Abstract Beauty DSP. This is the Hello... Oh, this is the wrong... That's the wrong dies. This is the Hello Beautiful bundle. I love this bundle, especially the dies. Shape dies, you can never go wrong. This is always a good investment to get shape dies because you'll use them for a million different things. So don't let this pass you up in the catalog. And then this beautiful little abstract stamp set. I love these greetings. We're using some of these stamps today. We're using these dies. All right, so let's get out our little scraps. I've already die cut a hexagon, and then I have a scrap of white that we're going to stamp our greeting on, and I have a scrap of mint macaron for our turtle, and then I just have another little scrap that we're going to stamp the turtle's eye on, so that we have a white eye. Okay, so let's start our stamping. Let's start with our turtle. I have Memento black ink for our turtle. Oops, ink it this way. That'll be better. And let's see. So he's going to get stamped on mint macaron. So just a scrap for that because we will be punching him out, so it doesn't matter. Look at how cute he is. All right, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to pull in some scratch paper real quick. Here it is. Because I want to stamp this turtle, but I want to just stamp his eye on white so that we can have a white eye. And so just some scratch paper just so I don't mess up the rest of my project. So that is all we need, is just his little eye. All right, that's it with our black. We're going to bring in our Just Jade ink to put my scrap away. All right, the Just Jade is going to be for his shell. So I'm going to ink up his shell. That's just going to go right onto the back of him. Now you can do his shell any way you want. This little stamp comes in the stamp. It's super handy. And also with the Just Jade, we're going to stamp, let me get my scrap paper out again. I'm going to stamp, I stamped a little ground here for him, and we are going to use this little kind of ovally abstract piece in that stamp set. I'm going to stamp it off. I don't want it completely dark, and then I'm just going to stamp that on the bottom, kind of the bottom third, just like that. And then also in that Hello Beautiful stamp set, there's this little like squiggly line. I love this for like a shadow on the ground. Just so it kind of grounds our turtle just like that. Okay, so that is our, I'm going to move these stamps out of the way because I'm going to make a mess. That is our Just Jade. I'm going to bring in some Pool Party as long as we have our little hexagon out here. So I'm going to take one of those bigger abstract pieces. This one I'm going to stamp off as well. And I'm just going to stamp that kind of right over. This is going to give our turtle just a little bit of sky in the background. Isn't that cute? Isn't that like super cute? You could just keep building up these little abstract pieces to make these fun pieces. All right, put that away. We have one more thing to stamp. We have our greeting, and that is going to be in Magenta Madness. So this one is from the Turtle Friends stamp set. You are turtly loved. Super cute. And I'm just going to stamp that at the bottom because we're just going to trim that out. Perfect. All right, let me clean up these ink pads before we make a mess. And we're going to do a little bit of shading and coloring on our turtle. So I have my Mint Macaron Stampin' Blends. I'm going to start with my dark, and I'm going to just color in his little toenails with the dark. And then I'm going to do a little bit of shading kind of under his legs, under his tail. Pretty much where any of those, the shell would overlap, be a little bit darker on our turtle. When you're using Stampin' Blends on colored cardstock, they behave a little bit differently, so we're not going to get completely clean shading, but we're gonna do our best. It's going to kind of dry almost like muted, but it's going to still give us that shading. So with my light, I'm just going to go in and just kind of blend that out. Just blend it out just a little bit. And with my light too, I'm just going to give his shell a little bit of color. So I'm going to switch to my brush tip and just kind of go over the whole thing with the light. And that's just going to just deepen that shell color and give it just a little bit more color. All right, love that. All right. Oh, my lid won't go on. Hang on, there we go. All right, we're going to punch this out. The Turtle Friends bundle. You have an adorable little turtle punch. Fits perfectly in there. Just check his nose, check his feet, check his tail. Once you have that all lined up, just give it a punch. Then we are going to punch his eye. So this bigger circle over here, that is perfect for his eye. Just line his eye up in there. And let's see, there we go. Just don't lose that little tiny piece. It is a little tiny eye, so don't lose that. We're actually going to glue that down immediately so we don't lose it. Take a little bit of liquid glue. You can also use a glue dot. A glue dot would be sized perfectly for that. I'm going to grab my, take your pick tool, and we're just going to drop his eye on there. That way we don't lose it. And that gives him a little bit more character. He has more of a white eye, not a green muted eye. So super cute. All right, we're almost done. While we have our glue out, let's add that little heart to his shell. This heart was cut with the Give It a Whirl dies. I use these dies all the time. If you've seen any of my videos or any of my projects, you guys know that I pull that die out all the time. And a little bit of Wink of Stella on that heart, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. All right, isn't that cute? All right, let's assemble him all together. Some dimensionals for his shell here. I'm going to stick that onto our little hexagon right above that little squiggly line, so it makes it looks like he's standing on some ground. And we're going to stick that on to our box. Dimensionals only on the top part of that hexagon. If you put dimensionals on the whole thing, you are going to glue your box shut. So just on that top part, just like that. Super cute, right? All right, let's get our greeting. And I have my little paper trimmer here, and I'm just going to trim off that greeting. And I almost lost my dimensionals. All right. Let's see, where do my scissors go? I've lost everything now, guys. It's all scattered on my desk. I'm just going to cut these at an angle. And a little bit more liquid glue this time, just along his legs right here, just to stick down our greeting. And there you have it. Isn't that cute? We'll let all the glue set. So if you wanted to add some ribbon, I thought of this as like an afterthought this morning. I thought this ribbon would be really cute. You could tie it around the top if you wanted to add a fun bow to the top of your card, or to the top of your box. You could tie it around the top. I'm leaving a ribbon off of mine today, but you could absolutely add a little bit more if you wanted to add a little bit more extra jazz to your card, but or your box. Isn't that cute though? Filled with little chocolate turtles. Perfect little gift for anybody, any time of year, but especially for Valentine's Day. I think this is a really cute gift. All right, guys, that's it for me. Remember to join me on Sunday in my VIP group. If you need to shop for any supplies, use this host code in my online store. All orders will receive a PDF with three exclusive projects. Orders over $50 will get that make and take PDF or make and take kit mailed to them. And if you are on Facebook, please like and share this with your friends. And if you are on Facebook, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel. It really tells YouTube that you like what I'm doing and you want to see more. All right, guys, have a great day. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will get to them. Bye.